Yo, it's been a while. How y'all doing? Let's get into this episode 10. I ain't even gonna waste y'all time with no real intro. Let's get it. All right. Hey. All right, so episode 10 is called Oceans, and it's called Ocean. I don't really know why. I think it's because our main cast is headed into the second demon realm. They get in with the Gendermeyer code and the Gendermeyer ship, and we get in. We see it's vast water when you get in there. It's literally water everywhere. Y'all gonna see it on the screen while I'm talking, but it was incredible to see. But this is not the part of it that looks like Namek, and I think that was a misdirection that they threw in. But we find out something in a second. But the first event that takes place there is that the Kraken apparently exists and grabs the ship, and they lose everything except for the Dragon Ball. Shout out to Pansy for having the wherewithal to jump back into a ship that was dying in order to get a Dragon Ball, because it wouldn't have been me. We would have had to go fight that thing with my Goku powers. But she got the Dragon Ball out, and apparently Goma is now watching them. I saw him and Degasu upset, noticing how strong Goku was, because I forgot to mention that earlier the Gendermeyer attacked them when they first get in there. They're talking about the Kraken and how if you fly low, it's gonna get you. And then the Gendermeyer just starts shooting at them out of nowhere. Goku takes down all the Gendermeyer ships by himself, while Goma watches in agony. He's like, how the freak is he still this strong, right? So during the fighting, one of the little engine joints gets damaged, and that's how they end up being low, which is how the Kraken ends up crushing the ship, right? So they land somewhere nicely. The air is apparently not thick there, so they're able to kind of like travel. And Goku senses Vegeta and the others, and so he goes to them to warn them about the Kraken. There's a funny little scene where it's like, nah bro, you capped up. And then the big old monster come out. He didn't say capped up, but you get what I'm saying. The point was, Goku, you scared of that? And he's like, oh shoot, why is it that big? Pause. So yeah, they land. But oh, I'm so sorry. I'm doing this bad right now. I'm not doing y'all justice. Where Goku and his group landed was the original planet that the Namekians came from, which opens up a whole nother can of worms, because I didn't know that there were planets within the demon realm. Does that make sense? Like, that's really fire. Like, that there are planets there. And I guess it makes sense, but kind of, if the demon realm is its own separate place, right, and it's not a part of the Dragon Ball universe in general, it's not space either. So how is there just a single planet just there? It's kind of fishy. It doesn't make sense to me. So they land there, obviously. So then when Goku goes back to get them, he's going to get them to take them to where they are, which is the original planet Namek, the place where they came from. And it looks like desolate, kind of sad. And we get a nice little lore dump in a few seconds. But it's just funny watching them see it and think like, dang, this really looked like that place. Like, and then Nahare is talking about they probably took like some of their plants and stuff with them when they went to a new planet to start over. You know what I mean? So then after Bulma gets there, and she has all the questions, because she's like, wait. She's learning about all this Demon World stuff, like, on the fly. And so she's like, hold on, wait. So you from here? Yup, I'm his. And it's a funny little scene where she's like, okay, you tell me about everything. And then Goku's like, nah, we don't need to hear all that. Like, Goku's like, shut your mouth. Nah, but now how they ends up elaborating anyway. And he explains that apparently the good Supreme Demon King wanted to expand the demon realm. So he had the Super Majin Rimus create the universe. It said the universe in the sub, but I'm assuming it's universes because right after that, it says that Rimus created several universes and multiple Majin just went to live in those universes. Then they created the Glens, either or birthed the Glens. I don't, even though they come from trees, it's kind of hard. He probably set the Glens. That's what I think. I think he just set the Glens over the different universes to monitor them. I'm sorry, this is a lot of it. It was a lot of information that I'm trying to remember. He also said that this was when Warp Sama was freely able to be used, and they stopped doing that when Abra, which is Deborah's pops, feared like meeting with outsiders and stuff like that. Like, it was kind of a, this was kind of a crazy episode. And so then he talks about how instead of staying in, because they was blocking the usage of Warp Sama. They couldn't use it the way that they would have to just leave and escape. And Abra was oppressive, so they escaped through Warp Sama. I don't really know how they escaped, but they ran away, and then that's when Supreme Kai became a Supreme Kai, right? And then of course you find out that we already know that they come from trees, but we find out that a lot of those trees died, and so it's a possibility that the Glens will go extinct. I thought this was a very interesting lore dump. They just kind of like dropped all of this on us, and of course they all get in the ship together and they're about to fly off. With Glorio as the ship's pilot, because it's Hybisa's first time there. As they get in the ship and get ready to fly off to go to Tamagami number 2, Neva is apparently walking up towards their ship, which I think is weird. I don't know what he got going on there. But this leads me to what the episode actually started off with, and that is the fight between Majin Ku and Tamagami number 1. So this fight spans throughout the entire episode. They break it up into multiple sections. First, watching Majin Ku confidently start to attack him, you kind of see that his style is like ballerina performance-ish. It's not like a fighting style. But we see he shows himself to be pretty strong, right? However, the ever comparable Tamagami is very durable. He's not somebody that's just gonna go down simply. And as we watch the fight over time, we see that as strong as Majin Ku is, he does not have the tools necessary to defeat Tamagami number 1. And so he loses the fight. He ends up admitting defeat and running back over to Arinsu, and they fly away. Kind of pissed me off that the Gendermeyer didn't hear or come out fast enough to see Tamagami number 1. To see Tamagami number 1 fight Majin Ku, but it is what it is. I just thought his skills looked a little like Majin's skills, but at the same time, he was kind of weird, and audience is very disappointed in him. So I wonder where this is going to lead her. Like, to know that you put all this effort into creating this monster that doesn't have the capability to do what you actually need him to do must suck. But hey, this was a solid episode. The lore in this episode was really lore rich, and we just learned a lot about the Demon Realm and all that extra stuff. So the next episode, I don't remember what it's called. Let me go to the click into the end so I can see. I think it's called Legend. It is. It's called Legend, and it is featuring your boy. Oh, he's got a dog, right? Got a real dog. Stop. Okay, y'all playing me right now. Okay, freaking. The next episode is called Legend, and it is featuring your boy Vegeta. He is fighting what I believe he's fighting Tamagami number 2. So we're gonna see how he kick up. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've seen spoilers already, but I don't know how the fight goes. So I'm still gonna. I didn't watch the episode. I just know certain things that happen. So I'm still gonna be hyped, just not as hyped as I probably would have been. But stay tuned for that. It's Comics Corner, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right, we out of here.